talk about mobile marketing, mobile apps, how to build them, why you'd build them, how to look after them and run them, what you can expect to get from them. We'll look at a few case studies of business types that have taken advantage of mobile marketing. And then in the afternoon, we will move on to some of the sort of innovations that are happening in this space. Some of these innovations are very expensive and can only be done by some of the largest businesses at the moment. Some of these innovations are really cheap and can be used by all businesses today. Part 6 will be about Google and mobile advertising. Then we will look at the business dynamics behind running a business that does mobile marketing. This will be very useful for anyone that actually intends to do some of this, but it's also really useful if you intend to outsource the doing of some of this stuff to other people, because you'll actually understand what costs money, how they make money, so that you can afford to negotiate a deal with someone that is both fair for you and fair for them. One of the things that is often a mistake is that a customer will try and get the hardest bargain they possibly can. The supplier really, really wants the business. They sign up, they get 3/4 of the way through the relationship, and because there's nothing in it for the supplier, it all goes to pot. So if you can end up with a fair relationship where the customer is paying the supplier a fair price to do a fair job, then that's a relationship that can go forward in perpetuity. And then finally, at the end of the day, if we've got the appetite, we'll actually look at one of the mobile app development platforms, and I'll add a bit of my sort of thoughts about where these kind of platforms are going in the future. I don't think it's going to stay the way it is, but I'll show you the way it is today and talk about where it's going. Okay, so the mobile landscape. Now this is the original slide that we had 3 years ago, I think it was. And it was making a very, very strong case for the fact that you need to consider doing mobile. The takeaway point from this section is that nothing has changed and it has only accelerated. This is figures today, where you can see that the time spent on PCs hasn't really changed over the last 5 years. It has gone up very, very fractionally. And yet the time